Greetings and salutations. You are hearing the voice of Patricia Angelin in the steamy urban summer in the Northern Hemisphere. You are looking at 3 exquisite roses which have a delightful smell, and they're from Billy's Flowers Wholesale in the flower block of 28th Street in Manhattan, New York. And I am very grateful to Billy for giving me the gift of these beautiful flowers so that you have something that you can look at. Not that there's anything wrong with my face or my voice, but it's where I like to start, is with the beauty of nature, because this is all the feels, and the beauty of nature is what settles us. It settles us. So today, for all the feels, I want to bring up something which has come up over the past 2 days with me, with a student, colleague, and friend, whom I had just a feeling I needed to be in touch with. And when I got in touch with this wonderful individual, triple threat, many years on Broadway, just a wonderful, wonderful craftsperson, the individual said that there was a head cold situation and wasn't feeling well, etc. Day before yesterday, I got a text. I have tested positive for COVID. Now, this wonderful person just had COVID last December 2021. So, hi-ho with that. I think we've had a little bit of a hiccup here, and I think we're back. So I am feeling let down, low, that my dear friend is having to deal with the symptoms again. And since what we're doing here together is dealing with the feelings that surround the symptoms, which of course are feelings of fear and anxiety that go down and kind of grab us and can make our symptoms even worse. So, when my friend rang me on the phone, I said, don't be alone psychologically. Do feel free to reach out to me on the telephone at any hour of the day and night for no reason whatsoever, because I knew this person to be alone, like I am alone. And I think that this is a great help, and something that if you're wondering what you can do for somebody with COVID, you can tell them, if it's practical for you. For some people that's not practical. For me it is. I would not become more anxious and wouldn't cycle because I have, a lot of emotional skills from Alba, emoting emotional effector patterns over nearly 30 years. So when he let me know COVID, I said, would you like a telephone call? I have a thought. And text came back, yes. So the thought that I had at that point was how to do what my physician father told me to do when I had double pneumonia, bacterial and then viral. So it was very, very serious, and this was in the mid-'80s. And I got it probably from flying back and forth from California, because I was bi-coastal at that time as an actor. And I was sick enough that I had to say I could not go out to accept a contract role for which I had auditioned several times on Young and the Restless. I was that sick with pneumonia. So, but I fortunately didn't have to go into the hospital. But what my physician father and nurse mother taught me to do was to take the fists. I've since seen a medical doctor talk about this on YouTube. And you going like, if this is the spine, you bend over so the gravity helps you over the toilet. If you're near the toilet, they call it toileting yourself, because you would bend over the toilet to do this, and hope to break up any congestion, or of course now with COVID, any fibrosity, any fibroids in the lungs. And you go, up like this, or, on your back like this, as far as you can reach going up. And if you boom, 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 you can do it with one hand if you're leaning over the side of your bed, if you are leaning over the arm of a chair. All of this is very, very good nursing of yourself, good care for yourself. And if you do have a significant other in the household, that person can do it for you. And you're cooperating with your own body. You're cooperating with your cough. If you're coughing, even if it's a dry cough, your body is trying to get rid of something, right? It just kind of makes sense. So you're going to assist your body to get rid of that in rhythm with the cough. So it would be that kind. It would be that kind of a thing. So that's the number one thing I had to tell you. Now segueing into how we feel about these things. What we feel when we're ill is we feel helpless. Then we get anxious. Then we feel hopeless. And the combination between, the variance of that is because you're just feeling so rotten. And it feels as though it's going to last forever. And the mind starts to spiral out about all of the bad things that can happen, with this, particularly because of pandemic. So the pummeling of yourself is a good nursing thing to do that will give you the feeling that you're doing something. You're doing something that's therapeutic and is good for you. And it is. This is one of those things that a cynic would say, can't hurt, might help. And it certainly did help with me. It did help with my friend. However, the next day my friend was diagnosed. And the anxiety really ratcheted up big time. And this individual has asthma as well, so that creates another layer of anxiety, despite being otherwise wildly healthy. So we did a breathing exercise. And it was an 8-part protocol that I did on myself, that I invented and did on myself, that was based in the Alba emoting emotional effector pattern breathing. So I can't teach it to you, unfortunately, on all the fields. I would need to be in person to teach it to you. However, I can say that if you get your breathing down and do this pummeling, these are excellent ways to nurse yourself. So for your somatic observation of yourself, in order to calm down your nervous system with your fears about how ill you are, I would suggest using your own variation on the recommendation of Dr. Andrew Weil, W-E-I-L, it's a number of years ago, and it's based in yoga and has had a lot of clinical success, in which one is breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And of course, if one's nose is occluded, that can be very difficult. So if you can't do that, you do the best you can with breathing in through the nose and perhaps out through the mouth. But it's an in through the nose, out through the nose protocol of Dr. Weil. And it is a, let me see, what are the numbers? 4, 7, 8. So you're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe in, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4, 7, and 8. And the goal of this, what this does for your body, is that it almost forces the breath to go down deeper into the belly. Whereas when we are anxious, the heart can be fluttering sometimes. And certainly the breath gets stuck. It gets stuck here, or it gets stuck here, it gets stuck here, it gets stuck, or it gets stuck right there. And you can't get it fully out. So what this does is it will assist you to get your breath both in and then fully out. If you cough during it, that's fine. Do the poundings, the little poundings in rhythm with the cough. and then go back to this. So 4, 7, 8. So that you're holding the breath, and the holding of the breath acts as a nice little internal exercise to expand the lungs and expand the ribs. And then the long out breath gets the breath down and helps the breath to get fully out and fully in. So that I can tell you, and those are 2 excellent things for nursing. The third thing that I can share with you in regards to COVID, getting it a second time, is that you need to, as they used to call, force fluids. Now, most people right now hear this and they think they're just supposed to drink a lot of water. And a lot of my clientele, students, already drink like 80 ounces of water a day. They fill up a big thing, and so they are habituated to doing pretty good hydration. I don't think that's what the old doctors meant with forcing fluids. They meant that you force yourself to drink when you do not feel thirsty, perhaps on a schedule, just like whatever your doctor has told you with anti-inflammatories. I would suggest Tila, which is linden flower, Tila, T-I-L-A, Tila Tisane, Tila tea. Very calming to the nervous system. This has been proven. Linden, Tila. You can get it at any Spanish store that sells, you can get it either loose or more usually in tea bags. I don't think that one needs to get fancy stuff. Just Tila tea. And then vary that with, if you can get yourself or somebody to deliver to you if you have COVID, nice bag of lemons, nice big thick ginger root, and you can shave a little bit off of that ginger root, throw it in a cup, add a little bit of honey, antibiotic and antiviral effective honey, and then you have ginger honey. Fresh mint, same thing, macerate some mint, so that you can force fluids by things that actually taste good and are warming to the system and have been proven over many, many centuries, some of them, to be calming to the nervous system because you're nervous, because you have anxiety about how terrible you're feeling and the fear that it will get worse. So, pounding yourself, number 1. Number 2 would be that breathing, 4, 7, 8, in and out through the nose. And number 3 is you're needing to force fluids. I would also suggest, as a departing thought, do not listen or look at the news. Any news anywhere. Yes, you'll feel out of touch, but your focus needs to be on your body and what is calming to your body. And nobody's spirit is calmed by the news cycle. It's predicated to ratchet us up in our feelings. No matter what the news is, that's what they do. So I think that you want to recognize that you're ill, recognize that your body needs every single help it can have, and that you need to be very good to yourself. You need to do what my old friend Julie Hayden used to say, and I quote, cherish yourself. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to be in touch with me at albatechnique@gmail.com by email, or on the feeds for Instagram at Alba Technique, or the Alba Technique page for Facebook that we are currently live on. So, thank you so much for joining me. I will turn the camera around. You may look at the roses and at the candles. And I'm going to do with you, I hope, this breathing exercise. Let us look at the movement of the candle. Let us look at the 3 perfect roses in a crystal vase. And let us breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing in, hold, and out. And again, second time in, hold, and out. Last time in, hold, and out. And then breathe normally. Just in through your nose, out through your mouth. Raise up your body, stretching, stretching. And become aware somatically that you've just done a very beautiful thing for your body, your mind, your heart, all the feels. I'm Patricia Angelin at Alba Technique in New York.